Hi guys, welcome to Manhood Explained. My name is Camille. Today is 17th of April 2020. Welcome to video number 112. And today we're going to talk about how to be a man, how you can prove it to your girl by basically doing what you say and finishing what you started. And it all came to me today after I've met one of my friends who's living close by, and we just chit chat because we just met outside for a few seconds, and I asked him, how you doing and so on, and he's having like not even a year old child, and he said, working from home, and I said, how's that going for you? It's like, is it good or bad? Young child and so on. And he said, first of all, 2 hours, 2 hours less, on the way. I don't have to drive and lose those 2 hours of a day. But then he says I can spend a lot of time with my boss, so that's so great for me. If that would stay that way, I would not complain. That would be so great. And then we talked for a few minutes, and we went with our days. But I came home and I talked to my wife, and I said, you know what, this is so awesome. It's so good for him that it's so great to hear that he is enjoying this time, and he loves to be with his boy, and spend time with him, and he sees this as a complete opportunity to spend time with him. And I really felt great for him, because he's like second person that I talked to, that kind of resonated with me this way, because once I met one other of my friends in Poland, and he had a baby as well, and I asked him, how it's going out, how it's going, and he said, it's cool, we're so happy. And I said, are you able to sleep, how with that thing, just start joking around, and he said, well, we knew what we were going into, and we knew that it's gonna be some sleepless nights, but we don't complain. It's so awesome. We're so blessed. And just it blew my mind. I said, this is so awesome. I love to hear when people say something like this, because in comparison, I said that story already. And then I met one another of my friends, and he told me that this is kind of quote, free translation from Polish. He said, all joy left me when this child, were brought up to the world, because I cannot, do what I want. I cannot go home and watch my game. And I just look at the guy and I say, really? I didn't know how to respond to that, because it's like, first of all, I was surprised that someone even was able to say something like this about their child. But it's like, mate. And then when you see those two comparison, you can see that there are some people that are basically kids having kids. And I hope you're not one of them. That you're one of those friends who are really enjoying things. And that's kind of pushed me toward thinking that you prove how big of a man you are with everything you say and everything you do. And you've got to understand that if you made a choice, that's the first thing. If you made a choice, just make this thing happen. Be aware, just like my friend said. We knew what we're going for. It's like what having a child would bring to our relationship. We knew, and we're not complaining. So if you're making a choice, make a conscious one. Exactly know what you're going into. Don't be this moron who then, 5 minutes in he starts complaining. Second thing, if you know that something happens, then it's maybe it's harder than you thought. Maybe you kind of didn't knew that it's gonna be so hard. Then just suck it up. That's what normal people do. Is like, what you gonna do with your child if you cannot sleep at night? You're gonna be sleep deprived, yeah, but so many people went through that, so you're not the only one. Why would you say something like this to anyone? It just proves your immaturity, and just proves how horrible person you are to be with. And three, if you made a decision, even if it's hard, just follow through. That's the whole point of you proving to yourself that you're able to make a decision, and make it this whole thing work, and then finish the whole thing. Even if it's the last time you're gonna do something like this, I'm not even talking about kids. Whatever you do, even if you say I'm never doing it, I'm never doing this thing again, follow through. Because I'm just gonna summarize: make conscious decision, Just follow through. If this is hard, just suck it up and just do your thing. And 3, be able to finish, be able to complete the project that you started. Because one more thing that you need to understand, that especially if you're in a relationship, whatever you do, whatever you say, someone is watching. Because this is so simple. If your girl sees you saying, I'm gonna go to the gym for next month, and then a week in, you just say, oh, this is too hard, I'm not doing it anymore. It's just, no, too hard for me. What it says to her, that if you're not able to do this thing and follow through with your own project that you decided to do for yourself, what you gonna do in your relationship? What's gonna happen when the child will be brought up to the world? What's gonna happen if something's gonna go hard in your relationship? Maybe someone, she's gonna get sick, or your child is gonna have a tough time with something. What you gonna do then? She would know that she will not be able to count on you, and you're done. You see this? This whole thing, even if it's yours, if you're able to follow through or not, will tell her a lot about you. So this is what I want you to take from this video. As T. Harv Eker people say many times, how you do anything is how you do everything. So if you made a decision, follow through. If it's hard, well, suck it up. Because you are observed, and you're saying a lot about yourself and how really a man you are, or what kind of a man you are. You say with everything you say and everything you do. So don't fail, follow through, just deliver. Think about it and look at your life and do something about it. Because you are observed. If you like this video, comment or DM me. If you didn't like, the same thing. I'm open to discussion about what I've said, what you agree or disagree with. And if you have anything that you want me to record about, just give me a shout. I'll be glad to do it. That being said, see you tomorrow, brother.